Congrats, V.
Thanks, Jerry.
Welcome to the Baylor press conference, joined by head coach Felicia Mulkey and student athletes Kristen McCain and Riley Jamal, our coach. Another national championship, another great performance. Talk about it.
I am really proud of my team. I think that's like the cliche thing to say from a coach, but they battled this week, and I think sometimes we go out and we make it look really easy, and they work hard for this, and they improved so much this week. We made adjustments, and I'm just so proud of how they showed up. And today was a battle. We knew it was going to be a battle against Gannon. I knew they were the best matchup for us. I've known it all year, and they really kept us on our toes, and it really could have gone either way at the end. We needed to hit that team event. We needed to step up in tumbling. Our strategy today was to build the lead. Execution-wise, build the lead all the way through. We knew we had them in start value in tumbling, and we wanted to just execute in tumbling so we could build that lead, which we did. And then we knew we had to hit team event. So our strategy paid off today. We didn't do as well in team event as we could have, but it was not yesterday's team event. Is that fair?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So here we are, number 9.
Maybe one of the most important events. Talk about tumbling again, just a really clean performance.
Yeah, thank you. So we have worked so hard this year to be the tumbling team. Baylor a few years ago, we were a tumbling team, and then for the past few years, we've been a first half team, and we had tumbling, but we really weren't. We were kind of maintaining in that event, and our goal this year, nope, we're pulling ahead. We want to be able to be a tumbling team. So just really proud of our freshman, Kristen McCain. She would never show it or say it, but she's been struggling with some Achilles stuff. So we pulled her out of an individual pass to save her. She was a team player and happy to do that, so we could utilize her in the duo, which we needed. We got some got some really needed tenths in that duo today, and she is such a fantastic leader. Happy to say, nope, put Savannah in. So we've been resting this thing. So we've basically been, we played it well, Kristen McCain. We really did. So I'm proud of her. She tumbles in duo next to a freshman, Emily Bott. We have scratched the surface with her only. She is going to be a rock star over the next 3 years. If you look into trio, that little trio worked so hard that I think we could have left today after their trio pass because we worked so hard on the timing on that. I'm so proud of them. And that's freshman in that one too. A freshman, a sophomore, and a junior. So we'll see those 3 again next year. And then our little quad pass. And it was our group passes that we really need to hit. And you have 2 freshmen in that quad pass. That was a new pass that we did this week. So just so incredibly proud of them and their execution on it, their mindset behind it. And then we cannot not talk about Savannah Cecil.
Oh, yeah.
Our 3 whipper. We also were she's got some stuff going on, so we limited her reps, and we said, honey, we need you to come in, and we need you to get a high score for us. We need some tenths. And so she's been limited at practice, too, but came in. So just kind of a clutch specialist for us. So excited for her. And then Peyton Washington in that individual pass. Like, getting a 9.9 at this tournament was like getting a 10 in our world. On day 1, we're like, if we get a 9.8, it's like a 10. Yeah. So, but getting Peyton's 9.9 today, I think, was well deserved. So I'm excited to see what we're going to see from her in the future. Let's go do it again. I just got excited talking about it. Let's do it again.
I guess the 2 student athletes, obviously number 9 in a row, but for this one specifically, what do you think was the most special for the 2 of you out of this?
I definitely think just like the relationships between everyone on the team. I think our team has been super close this year, and I think just being able to have everyone pull it together, everyone in the peanut gallery, everyone out on the mat, just be able to pull it together and execute really well today and peak was just awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes on a couple of our years on the team, we haven't peaked on the 3rd day, so I feel like peaking on the 3rd day, like the perfect moment, is so special, and you could feel it like in the middle of a team event. We're like, we're doing it. Like, we're going for it, we're doing it, we're leaving it all on the mat. So that's really fun and special, and I feel like, especially since we're seniors, that was a really great way to end our time.
Yeah.
Just guys, from the emotions that all 3 of you guys were going through when they announced the scores today.
I guess just happiness and excitement, but also after every single score came up, I really was just thinking to keep my guard up. Even though we were ahead, in my brain I was like, no, the scores are tied. We need to execute every single little heat at its absolute best.
Yeah, a lot of the time we're on the sideline, we forget that we have to listen to the scores. So it was really fun to pay attention to them. Yeah. So it was a little bit of a roller coaster of emotions, but we stayed unbothered, and yeah, just next play after every scores.
Yeah, be you, be unbothered.
Yes.
That'll be our T-shirt next year. I think after team event, we kind of checked everything off, and as we went through, okay, we're satisfied with compulsory, we're satisfied with every event, and after team event, we kind of just took a deep breath and said, I mean, the scores are the scores. That's what we were talking about in the huddle. The scores are the scores, but I'm satisfied, and everybody was satisfied. There were some, we had some more baubles in acro than we usually have, but there was some little individual battles that were won today, I think, individually, with the team coming together, and it just felt good. So the team event score, we kind of knew they were going to beat us in team event because of that, but we also knew there was a 4.91 cushion, so they needed to beat us by that. So we kind of knew when the second score, when our score was announced, but in our minds we had won at that point, whatever they announced over the loudspeaker. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's actually kind of true, isn't it?
Coach, you have a couple seniors next to you. What type of legacy do you think this senior class has left?
They asked me at halftime about the senior class. This senior class, I'm gonna cry. Stop it. You know it. Kristen McCain's gonna cry.
Look away.
This senior class is full of quiet, powerful leaders, and you don't get that a lot, and you think that leaders need to be loud, and you need some loud leaders, but you also need those quiet, powerful leaders who are willing to step back when they need to, who are willing to embrace the freshmen, who are willing to teach the ropes, and they don't mind. They never minded if that verbal leader was a junior or a sophomore or a freshman, and that creates such an amazing culture on the team. So for me, that's what they've left, because they're not going to leave and be gone. They taught everybody how to do that. So what you're going to see next year is a continuation of that type of culture. It'll be a different dynamic because there'll be different humans, but they've really set us up for success for the next 4 years because they were the ones who wrapped the freshmen in, showed them the ropes. So we'll be celebrating for them for the next 4 years.
Jeremy and Zach, you want to ask any questions?
Yeah, I was going to ask one for Kristen. How difficult was it to give up that individual pass at this level? And then maybe talk about what Savannah did do. Talk about what you did with Emily in the duo pass.
So wait, where do you want me to start?
Let's start with giving up the individual pass. How difficult was that to do at this level?
Well, I definitely think at this level, seeing Savannah come back, I knew she was going to take it because her 3 whips to 1.5, ain't no one beating her, for sure. And honestly, I think it was difficult knowing that it was my senior year and not getting to do that, but also I was at the point where I really was struggling with my Achilles, and I wanted to be able to do everything that I was doing at my absolute best, and I don't think I would have been able to do that if I would have kept doing the individual pass, and that was my mindset. And also, I trust Savannah, and Savannah's such a great human, and I was so happy for her, if anything. And just knowing Savannah, it made it not as difficult.
And then the duo pass with Emily, how did you feel like that went?
Yeah, we've been working really hard on making the whip Arabian go super high over the last month, and so just this whole week, honestly, I think we've executed it very well, but today was definitely our best, just executing it overall, and it felt awesome.
Kristen and Riley, can you guys talk about how has it felt to be the quiet leaders for this crazy chaotic team, as he likes to call you guys?
They're kind of crazy too, but I mean, they're great. But go ahead, sorry.
I feel like what a lot of people don't see is we're honestly just a big group of friends, and but we can also get mad at each other. We can tell each other stuff how it is, and then we can wrap each other up and be it's okay, we're gonna pull it together. Despite what I said, I love you, and love is the base of this team. So I think just remembering that everything is built off of love, and the love that we have for each other makes it doesn't matter who's talking or who's not talking. We're gonna get it done together. So. Yeah.
I don't really know if I'm a quiet leader, but I would say that just leading by example, I think, is really big, and that's something that our senior class has done, and I think that's something that all the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will take going into the rest of their years here.
And then also another question for you guys: how does it feel to continue the Baylor legacy, get us to the 9th national championship win for Baylor?
We just wanted to keep the streak going. Yeah. I just feel this team is something like it's so special to be a part of, and you don't really understand it until you're like wrapped up in it. But I think that the like legacy and like the continuous championships just proves that like we're doing something right. Like, and yeah, it makes my heart happy.
I think every single team's journey is different, as Coach Fee always says. So I think just getting to be on this team and watch our journey every single meet up until the championship and all the way through the championship has been really cool to watch, and just obviously seeing the streak continue on.
Yeah, I had one more for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
You talked about it before, but I don't know if this was actually the first time back in the gym since the 15 national gym. I couldn't remember if y'all had actually gone up to Fairmont. But was that team in your mind at all today in terms of just thinking about them and the whole full circle deal?
You know how they have those Facebook memories that pop up? Well, Shayla Moore, who's on my team, or on my staff, Courtney Oates, who's on my staff, were both on that team. Shayla was a freshman and Courtney was a junior. And so their Facebook memories were popping up. And so we did think about it because you remember the goggles? So there we found these goggles in this locker room, and then we even like dug back through earlier. We're just kind of walking down memory lane. So we did think about it. I got some text messages from some of the athletes on that team wishing us luck today. Once we locked it in and got going with the meet, I didn't think about it, but they did ask me at halftime, and the only thing I could think of is we were standing on the other side of the mat. We were the 2 seed that year, that first year, and came in and won the championship. But it was fun. That was a special year. This is a special year. And I guess that is kind of cool. You guys just carried it on inside Joe Retton Arena.
So you competed against a former athlete.
Yes.
As a head coach.
I got emotional before the meet. I cried at pregame. Stop. I know. I got emotional at pregame just because I love watching them enjoy themselves. Cheeseball, I know. But I was just watching this group come together, and they're not thinking about the meet. They're worried about their braids and where they're going to get their green stripes in. And, I just kind of got emotional there. And then when I saw Brandy walking over for the coaches meeting, it made me really emotional. I'm so proud of her. She was on my team at Oregon, and I remember when it clicked with her. We were competing against Baylor at Baylor, and I was the Oregon coach. And Brandy Duran, and you could ask her about this in her interview. I don't know if she's already had hers, but when ask her about this, because she came off the floor. We were competing against Baylor, and she came off the floor bawling her little eyes out. She was like, Coach Fee, I get it now. I understand. And I saw it like come full circle for her. And she's just such a great kiddo. I just love her to pieces. And so proud that she got here. And it was fun going against her today. And she's got a bright future. That Gannon is good. They're going to continue to be good. So, super proud of her.
Anything else? All right, congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
It's over.
Oh, yes.